Experience the future of Maine News today at mainwebnews.com.
It was all aboard the LePage Whistlestop Express on Saturday as the gubernatorial candidate embarked on a tour of Maine's Midcoast. District 1 congressional candidate Dean Scontras was also on board. Ticket prices were $100 per person for coach seats, and $750 got you VIP seating with Paul in the parlor car. $100 or more people gathered to greet the candidates at each stop. The crowd was fired up by the words of Dean Scontras as he spoke and then introduced LePage.
We will send Nancy Pelosi home, Shelley Pingree home, and we will all remember that was the day you and I, the ordinary, stood up for freedom and ushered it back to this state and this country. So it's my great honor and privilege to introduce you to the next governor from the state of Maine. Thank you very much. You know, I just realized that Libby Mitchell had her 70th birthday a couple weeks ago, and I'm concerned about her, so we ought to send her home. It is disgusting to have caseworkers in Augusta whose job it is to tell people how to stay on welfare.
Yeah, right.
They're not trying to get them off or help them. They're keeping them on welfare. They're telling them exactly what they have to do to stay on.
Fire them.
We need to put them on the unemployment line. Everything that previous generations and our founding fathers have given us are in jeopardy this time around. And the United States Congress has spent $1.5 trillion deficit this year and for the next 10 years. Our national debt is now $13 trillion. When they took office, it was only $8.5 trillion, and I say only. That's still a heck of a lot of money. And it's all happened under the leadership of Nancy Pelosi and her rubber stamp, Shelley Pingree. Shelley Pingree is voted 99% of the time with Speaker Pelosi. So it's time that you and I re-embrace the founding principles of this country, the constitutional principles spelled out for us, and realize what is at stake this election cycle. And they tell me that a student who comes to Maine to study pharmacy has to get a license. He needs, or she, upwards of 8 licenses to get their degree. Every time they go do an internship, they need a new license. And of course, the state gets their cut.
Highway robbery.
Absolutely.
Paul LePage for governor, because you can look at the man and yes, he has a compelling story, his whole life history from childhood on up and the successes that he's had, but when you actually see what he's put into practice, he has a proven history of making great strides in the town of Waterville, and he has a proven history of, as a Republican governor, working with a completely Democrat city council, and he is getting the job done. He is the man for Maine. He is the one who is going to help turn our state around.
The candidates took time to listen to the concerns of those who had gathered until it was time to catch the train for the next stop. There was a lot of political energy in the air on Saturday, and a lot of high hopes for what the candidates aspire to achieve in the fall. This is Jared LeBlanc with MaineWebNews.com.